I will see you in motherfucking court. Welcome back to another episode of Reality Court. My name is Ace Fanning, and I am here to tear Anna Quincoces down. Because when I read your notes for today's episode of Real Housewives of Miami, I said, that's it. Today will be my final episode of Reality Court. If things do...
Is that why you're wearing the glasses?
Yes, I am being very serious this episode. There is nothing to joke about whatsoever. Anna, how are you? Before I have to rip you apart, how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Yes, you were just printing your notes out right before we started. I could hear the printer going.
I was.
Yeah.
Yes, you heard it.
Yeah, like.
Yeah. It's not a printer, it's a ditto machine, but you don't know what that is.
What the fuck is a ditto machine?
When we were little, there weren't copiers at schools.
Oh.
So they would do the thing with this, it was like an ink press thing. It's called a ditto machine, and then everything was purple. It was back... Honestly, it was a long time ago.
Okay, yeah, no, I've never run into a ditto machine before. But you know what? It doesn't shock me. I know you went to school in 1928. It's fine.
You know the little schoolhouse?
Yeah.
That they show in all those old movies. That's where.
Right, exactly.
To the little schoolhouse in Norman Rockwell painting.
Gotcha. Yes, and you had to go to an outhouse to use the restroom.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, guys, we will be recapping season 7 episode. What episode is this?
12.
Episode 12 already?
12. Can you believe that?
Oh my god.
I don't want it
to end. Episode 12, Unseil in Seville. It's uncivil in Seville, but I thought we weren't supposed to call it Seville.
Well, in English, it's Seville.
Okay. I was gonna say
what do you want to call it in English?
Well, I don't know. Everyone was ripping apart that they're like, it's Seville. It's Seville. It's not Seville.
There used to be, way before you were born, a skit on a show called Saturday Night Live, which I know you're familiar with, but it was back in the Chevy
Chase.
Yeah, that
yes.
Days and Bill Murray and all that. There was a woman named Victoria Jackson, and she used to do the news thing, and then whenever she was doing Spanish names, she would say, today in Nicaragua, the Sandinistas, and she would like joke about saying things exaggeratedly in the Spanish, and so to me, calling it Sevilla in an English thing is kind of...
There's nothing I hate more than when you go out to Mexican food with somebody, and they're like, yeah, can I get the fajitas? The fajitas?
Exactly.
Can I
exactly.
And yeah, I'll take flour tortilla. Can I get the flour tortilla? I'm like, that just this person knows that you're just as fucking white as all the rest of us. Just say a tortilla. Can I get a tortilla?
There's people like that.
Oh.
Look at Dorit.
Yeah. Oh, it's exactly that. Like that's what it drives me nuts. Wow. Well, you know what? This will be probably our final episode of Reality Court. We are breaking up after this. There's a certain point in which I'm not willing to take it anymore. And this is that point. We've hit that point. So
I honestly, and everybody must know that we're talking about Kiki. Mm-hmm. I thought that you would say to me today, you know what? You've been right all along. I really expected that.
Wrong.
I know. Apparently.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll get to that part. I have so much to say about it. And then you can just be,
All right, let's start off where we left off. We're at dinner. We got them talking about Jodie texting Larsa and all this stuff. And I just keep seeing, like, everyone saying, like, well, like, he shouldn't be texting her and something. She brought his name into it. I don't know if it's just because I'm one of the girlies and I probably would have texted a girl too or what, but I'm just like...
It is those women in Miami have this notion that a woman can never text a man if the man is in a relationship, and that's absurd.
Yeah.
He's just a person, and so if I have beef with somebody, I'm going to go to them directly.
Right.
I'm not going to go through their spouse, like that doesn't make sense, but it's a very...
And a lot of people are acting like Jodie is using Lisa, but I'm like, what does Lisa have to offer?
Jodie is affluent on his own. He's financially,
he's successful. He's rich. He's got those slopey shoulders. Like, he doesn't need anything, you know?
You know what? And he actually gives her more than probably she gives him, because he's very helpful with all her stuff, with her kids, with, you know, I don't know.
But and then they were all like, why can't Jodie help with the kids? It's like, no,
well,
that's their
only
fucking
somebody
dad.
that's never had children would understand that in a divorce, though, it's like if remember that Katerina whatever of Lenny's?
Yes.
If they said, why don't you leave your kids with Katerina?
Right.
Well, that's not who you want. That's not the parent.
Right.
There are rules.
And these women never would have said that. They never would have said, why can't Lenny just leave them with her? Like, they're ridiculous.
This is the double standard, you know? What kind of love is that? She said. Yeah. What kind of love is that? Whatever. Well, let's just do it.
Now, I want to come on here and I want to issue an apology because, again, I have a nice blouse on. I wore my glasses. You know, I'm serious today. There's no joking around. I'm not going to be hopping up on this chair like Larsa fucks, okay? Because I'm serious right now. Although I do have a really long eyebrow that's bothering me.
Okay.
I would like to issue an apology to one Miss Gertie, because seeing Gertie hop into action on Lisa's behalf told me that she is a girl's girl. And listen, maybe sometimes she overacts, and that's okay. I'm willing to forgive it now after seeing her come to Lisa's defense and be helpful, and hearing her be like, I don't know if it's because I worked in weddings or what, but like as a wedding photographer, hearing her say that she had a groom say no at the stand or at the whatever, she's like,
what a nightmare.
I know, but I'm just like, holy shit. Like Gertie has her shit together. Okay.
She does.
I'm here to apologize to Gertie for not always being on her side, because now I am.
Good for you.
Because I love Lisa. I really do love Lisa.
We love Lisa here. We're just Team Lisa here.
100%.
But you've seen what I've told you about her.
What?
She's just not. There's no like bad shit in her.
No.
You know what I'm saying? She's just like, she says what she thinks, and she doesn't. There's no strategy.
I also feel like
involved.
too, she's pretty self-absorbed, that like she's not thinking about other people and how to ruin them.
Well, that's fine.
Right.
Because if that's the worst thing,
Right.
you know, it's not like she's trying to hurt other people deliberately. Everything she's going through is a lot for her.
Yeah.
Some people are better able to compartmentalize stuff and say, well, I'll deal with that later. She's not one of those people. But it's not, you know, a horrible character flaw. It's just who she is.
I can't compartmentalize to save my life. Everything bleeds over into everything.
Me too.
Like, it's just like, sorry, that's how it goes.
Yeah. Like if I'm drowning, like I just feel sometimes like I do so many different things, and I'm like behind on everything, and it feels like I just... Yeah, it's hard. That's a skill set. But, you know, when you're somebody that really hasn't really worked, right? And you know, what you do is take care of your kids and your house, whatever. This all feels really overwhelming.
Right.
Like paperwork and stuff, and you're scared of making a mistake because he has lawyered up. You know.
Well, I also think if you look at the relationship she's had with Lenny, I'm sure he has made her feel like she is the dumbest person in the world. Like, he's like, no, you fucked that up. You can't do that right. Like, the way he talks to her. Now, do I think Lisa's the smartest person in the world? No, I don't think so. I don't think she's very smart. But I think that he has... And so now she's like, I'm terrified of messing up. And I think what people are misconstruing about Jodie is that he's coming in and they're thinking he's trying to control her. I'm like, no, I think he's trying to say like, hey, you can do this. Like, you don't have to make these mistakes or whatever. Like, you can do this. You need to trust yourself a little bit more.
Helping her.
I do
agree.
agree.
I have no doubt that what he's doing is helping her.
Can you imagine that you sign up one day and you're like, listen, I'm going to be a notary. And then all of a sudden your name is plastered across the screen on Real Housewives of Miami, Giselle. Online notary to the fucking stars.
Oh, you're kidding.
No.
Really?
I just thought to myself, I'm like, oh my God, like this woman has made it in life. If I was a notary, who would have thought that the into Real Housewives of Miami would be by notary work? I'll do it.
Yeah.
I would have done my entire training in that day.
Maybe she can become the official notary of all the Real Housewives franchise.
Now, she didn't get any camera time, unfortunately.
No, I know, but maybe we'll see.
We got her name, and I'm hopeful. Listen, I hope they bring her out at the reunion. You know,
they might if Lenny challenges the validity of the signature.
Yeah.
We'll have to have testimony.
Yes, let's bring her out at the reunion. That's who I want to see from at this point. You know, so Larsa, who's just dumb as fuck. She's now like barking at Adriana for defending Lisa, and all Adriana I feel like was now. I will say by the end of this episode, I will absolutely turn on Adriana. I do want that to be clear.
I can't even believe that.
I will turn on Adriana. That is what I'm going to say. But in this moment, I'm on her side. And I feel like all she was saying is like, guys, she's got something big that she's dealing with. This is a lot for her. Like, get her off. She's like, Larsa's just like, oh my God, seriously, Adriana? Like, why don't you like go away? Seriously. Like, then you can sit over there. Why is Larsa telling everyone where they can sit? Move your big fat ass down the end of the table.
I have a visceral reaction to Larsa.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, ugh.
I'm done.
You know, she's like, she's so dumb. Can you even spell dumb? And I'm like, this is the woman that doesn't have a script writer.
Right.
You know?
She's
Can
like,
you spell dumb? Wow, what a burn.
She is
Wow.
seriously so
read her.
dumb. I don't even know if Lisa can spell dumb. And I thought she had said dump the first time I heard it. I was like, dump? What does that even have to do with anything? I'm like, you got a dump in your bump in the back, girl. You know, it's disgusting.
I wonder if everybody thinks she's like as much of an idiot as we do.
I hope
Can you guys
so.
let us know?
I hope
Can
so.
you let us know in the comments?
So
We need
in
to know.
order to get the attention on herself and away from anyone else's issues, Julia decides she's going to go around the table and try and kiss everybody. And Stephanie is, and I was like, have we learned nothing from the Caroline Manzo of it all? Stephanie was like, no, like I'm super prude. I don't,
cheek, yeah.
I don't do that. And she's like, come on, let me just kiss you.
I'm so sorry. I would never do that. You guys can call me whatever you want. I don't need a kiss on the lips from a woman. I'm not attracted to women. It's just something like in your face about it. I've always hated that. I remember, you know, like if you go to a club or if you go, like the younger girls will dance with each other in a very sexual way as a way for guys to look at them. And it's like, why? Why is that necessary in life? In my day, you didn't have to do that to get a guy's attention.
Back in my day, we still made sure the gays entered through and left through the back door.
Right.
That's how we was doing.
The way you knew a man to that. No, I'm not saying right to that, but I'm saying like back in my day, you know, if a guy wanted your attention, he'd come out of the cave and hit you over the head with the thing, you know, and drag you back to the cave. Right. You know.
Here's my thought.
I agree with that.
For me, it would depend on who the person is. Like if Lenny came up and was like, hey, we're going to kiss on the lips, I'm going to say no, thank you. Unless
but Andy,
I can get paid. Andy, yes. Jodie, yes. You know, but I'm sorry. I don't want to kiss
about
Julia.
Russell?
I know that you're very attracted to Russell. I know this.
Everyone is very attracted to
I know
Russell.
everyone's very attracted to Russell. I just it's not there for me, and that's okay. It's okay.
By the way, not attracted to Russell in the way of like, oh, I wish he was with me instead of with her. It's certainly not that. It's just that he just seems
oh my God.
like
no one
a
here thinks that you're
super
trying
solid
to
guy.
steal Gertie's man.
I know, but it sounds a little disrespectful.
Oh my God, yeah, that's the disrespectful line that we're crossing right there. Is people are worried that you're going to try and take Russell from Gertie.
They don't think that. Russell wouldn't leave Gertie for me. I'm saying that it's disrespectful. It could be deemed disrespectful, but she knows what I mean. So.
Okay. Now, I do love that when Julia's talking to her friend in Marival or wherever the fuck they're going, she's like, they're like, oh, where's the old bag? And she's like, oh, she's babysitting. I'm like, can we stop saying she's babysitting? She's apparently their mother.
I mean, even the brother, who is also the father figure because he calls every 3 weeks. He's the male influence in their life. Was like, how much does she charge per hour? Because the word babysitter is so ridiculous.
Yeah, I just am like, babysitter. I gotta
tell you, I've tuned her out a lot during this episode, so you might have to bring her up. Yeah, I did. I didn't put that many notes about her. It's just like I just hate her, and that's it.
I thought to say babysitter was so weird. I'm like,
this is the second time she does it.
again, you're saying that, and people might come and be like, oh, it's a language difference or whatever, blah, 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 blah. I don't think so. I think that her and Martina got those kids as little placeholders to put up on their mantle and say, look at us, look how great we are. Martina doesn't, Martina's
think it's
so
a prop?
I don't think it's a prop. I think that they are doing it. And I will say this, like, obviously, I do think those kids are going to live probably a very great life. I'm sure that they are good to them and stuff. I'm not saying I'm not saying they're Turpin 13 or anything like that, but I do feel like you're saying babysitting, that feels like you're not really with the kids that often.
Right. They're
so
not. They're not.
Yeah,
I mean, and it's hard.
Grandma's got her silver
grandchildren.
sneakers workouts. She's busy.
I have grandchildren. After a while, it's exhausting. Imagine two little ones at the same time,
No, that's a lot. Yeah. So, all right, we break the group up. We put Kiki, Lisa, Gertie, and Adriana. They're going to go tour the city. And I will say this, in the history of Real Housewives trips that we have taken, I've never been forced to learn so much before.
I know.
I was like, holy shit, like she does know her shit.
She does know.
Adriana knows her shit.
Adriana knows her shit. Like Professor Adriana.
I was just like, holy
Real
shit.
Housewives meets Schoolhouse Rock. Something
yes,
you've never heard
I was
of.
just like, normally we go and they're like, oh, look at these hot pool boys and they're going to serve us drinks and we're going to fight or whatever. And I'm like, and they, I will say the show kind of dragged it along. Like they were like, we're going to really showcase Seville and Seville, whatever the hell it's called, Seville. We're going to show Seville and we're going to show Adriana really talk about it.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean,
we
I'm not that smart,
something.
but yeah.
Well, we got to learn something on this show.
Yeah. Now, the rest of the gals, they're going to go paint some tiles. And we, of course, have to hear about how Marisol, Mama Elsa decorated her entire house in way too many Spanish tiles in Mexico City, and she ordered them in and blah, 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 blah. God. I don't care about anything going on in Marisol's life.
No. She brings up Elsa in a way for people to, but everybody's seeing through it. And honestly, we don't need Elsa. She looks exactly like Elsa now. There was a scene in that episode when Alexia was on the bed talking to her friend Johnny, where Marisol was standing behind in like a black cloak thing. Mm-hmm. And I looked at her, I'm like, oh my God, it's Elsa. It's Elsa. Yeah.
Now, do we believe Stephanie when she says that she's always doodling during her work meetings, that she loves Masood? I
do believe it because she's neither conducting the meetings or paying attention at the meetings.
True. But I'm like, really, you're writing I love Masood?
If you are conducting a meeting like the bad bitch that she claims to be,
right?
It is my opinion that it is highly unlikely that you are doodling I love my geriatric husband on a piece of paper.
Yes.
If you are an integral part of the organization and are listening in on a meeting, you also should not be doodling. You should be taking notes. So she gave herself away.
This is just
like Alexia being the editor of Venue magazine. Even Herman would laugh about it. He would go, she's the editor. I swear he would tell me that.
So then from there, we decide that we're going to start drawing penises. And then we get all the wives in their confessionals to draw a penis. And I will say, when Julia said, what, you think a lesbian can't draw a penis?
And they can't, apparently.
What the fuck? Like, it looked like the bone that, like, Pebbles would wear in the Flintstones. Right. I'm like, that's not a penis.
But, the super prude star of OnlyFans, she would never draw a penis. That is beneath her.
Here's the thing about Larsa. Larsa doesn't joke around. Larsa's not fun.
So fucking boring.
I imagine Larsa like walks around her house and she's just like she gives me like robot energy. She just like goes from one room to the other.
Maybe she's a clone of herself.
Maybe Larsa died years ago and this is the replacement that we've got.
This is Weekend at Bernie's Larsa. Maybe.
Yeah, like it's just I don't know. I feel like she just like has nothing to do. I imagine she watches her TV at like level 5. She sits on the couch. And what she watches is probably old episodes of Keeping Up with the Kardashians that she's on.
So that she can, kind of copy.
And
their
then
look.
she sees herself on it, and she's like, ha ha ha, I'm so funny. Ha ha ha. I love to watch Larsa on TV.
I don't think she's a robot because that would be artificial intelligence.
I didn't say that she had good programming.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Programmed by a 4-year-old.
Alexia programmed her. I don't know. Maybe Julia's little boys got in there and they were helping program. I don't know.
She'd be a lot smarter if that were the case.
That's true. Yeah, no, she's just so stupid. Yeah. And she I don't know when people are like ride or die for Larsa. I'm like, for what? What does she bring to this?
I have no idea what that's about. You see that many people ride or die for Larsa?
I feel like a lot of people are like, oh my God, Queen Larsa is back.
Following, but if you follow like the bigger bloggers,
yeah,
like Reality Blurb and all those, the comments are right now against Julia, against Larsa, against Alexia, and against Marisol.
Good. Okay, good.
It's overwhelming.
Well, then, you know what? I want you to go and check those comments right now because I guarantee you everyone is against Adriana when it comes to the Kiki Adriana situation. Okay. Absolutely.
Guys, please leave comments in our YouTube. It's important to me because, you have a right to your opinion, but you also have a right to be wrong.
No, you have a right to be wrong. Okay. And you need to, I'm going to make you issue an apology.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would be
just
so
know.
Ratchet.
Just know there's a letter coming to your house. Okay? There's a letter coming to your house, and I'm going to be not happy with you. No.
Listen,
yes.
I have smoking guns for everybody.
It's a smoking gun.
You went to law school and you don't know what a smoking gun is?
Well, like, I've heard it like, the smoking gun is like the final piece of the picture. I don't know.
Most important piece, like the thing that proves your case.
Right. Okay.
So if you have a smoking gun, it's just, why even bother,
Oh, so you have my smoking gun.
I don't have a smoking gun on you because you don't do anything wrong.
I know.
Like, you don't do anything wrong.
Very boring.
You're just, you're just trying to be funny.
Trying very hard.
Well, you succeed at being funny. I try.
No, I'm trying. And you read the comments, people are like, "You're not funny. Shut the fuck up.
People
Let
think
Anna talk."
I'm the one that's not funny. My timing is terrible. I have bad comedic timing, but I'm working. No, I have terrible comedic timing. I can't tell a joke and I start laughing right when the punch. So you don't understand it. It's like, because then he said, It's
I like that though. I like that.
So
it brings me joy. Okay. Can we talk about planning to go on the 22-minute flight on Stephanie's plane?
You know what, Ace? It's become the most ridiculous thing in the world. Don't dangle that fucking plane in front of me like if I'm some peasant that has never, been on something with wings or 4 wheels or a train or a bicycle. It's like she bestows upon people. You are invited to sign this release. You are, well, at least she doesn't forget the releases. You are invited.
I just could not, like, I don't know. Listen, obviously, when I owned many of my private jets,
well, you had fractional shares in your plane. Don't pretend you own the whole thing because.
Okay, you're right. You're right. Yeah. But I'm like, is there really this much to it? I thought we just go, we get on the plane, we fly it over, we get off the plane. It's 22 fucking minutes start to finish.
To put people in solitary confinement.
I just do not understand. This is wild to me.
I will say one good thing about Marisol. Are you ready? This is the one, so record it. At some point in that conversation towards the end when she was, and I know we're moving along, but we're skipping around, but it's still about the plane. She said...
Well, I'm bringing this up because she talks about the jetiquette.
Okay, jetiquette.
And she doesn't want Lisa there, and she's like, listen, Lisa's going to be late. Number one rule of jetiquette is that you're on time. I'm like...
And then she goes on to say, like, she escalated it to Lisa is destructive. Destructive. Yeah. That's crazy. It's like you guys have made her used to, like, if she was some kind of, like, petulant child, like, you've told her that it's okay for her to be late, 2 hours late, and she doesn't accept that, and it's like, oh, my God.
I just am like, oh, my God. Just, I don't know how anyone watched the argument between Lisa and Larsa. And I get it. Like, it would be frustrating to be like, hey, we're on this fun girls trip and you bring down the mood whenever you talk about this stuff. But in that specific situation, she had to fill something out within like the hour and had to get it done. She's stressing out. I think anyone in that situation, and she's been fighting this for so long. And finally now she's like getting her answer.
Trust
and you're
me,
like, oh my God, seriously? Yeah. I need to.
She can't stand when something is not about her. She is
Yes.
so jealous of Lisa. She's so jealous of Lisa that it's really, I didn't realize to the extent. She can't stand her.
No, she can't.
I guess it's because Lisa's young and the other one pretends she's young. You
Right.
know? Like she
Right.
wants to be in that world, South Beach partying world. The other ones know that they're older, you know?
You
And-
cut Larsa open and you look at like her roots and you're like, holy shit, there's a lot of rings on this tree. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
it's
of course. Of
wow.
course.
The ass is only 3 years old, but these rings are telling me
And
otherwise.
she's talking about, she talked at the after show that that the guy wants to have a baby and that she would have a baby, but of course she'd do
Oh.
it through surrogacy because that's how Kim Kardashian did stuff.
Oh
you know?
my! I know. She's like, I can't ruin my perfect body.
Yeah.
Look at this body. It's taken me so long to get here. Anyways, big excitement. Lisa unfollows Marcus.
Yes.
And I will say the thing that like Larsa's not understanding is it's not that she really wanted to follow Marcus. I mean, should Lisa have unfollowed him right away? Yes. I think that when the breakup happens, you should unfollow.
Yeah.
But then Lisa dug her heels in because Larsa was like, why aren't you unfollowing him? You need to unfollow him. It's like, well, then now I want to keep following him.
Right.
Right.
I agree. You're not the boss of me. It's like, whatever. It's just that I think it has a lot to do with that whole horrible picture, too, where Jodie accused Larsa of, having paparazzi take the picture of him doing coke and that kind of stuff. And so I think she wants to separate herself from all that. What do you think she did that?
I feel like the thing that bothers me so much about Larsa is she's under the impression that she's important.
Yeah.
And it's like, who cares if you called the paps on Marcus Jordan? Like, no one gives a shit. No one cares about Marcus. No one cares about you. Like, I feel like she wouldn't draw the penis because it's like, no, like that's gonna ruin my
she's
brand.
Classy with a capital
Your brand
K.
of your big ass on OnlyFans, like, I don't know what you're talking about, sweetie. Like, imagine I come on here and I'm just like, whoa, that's beneath me. There's nothing beneath me.
No,
I'm at the bottom.
Me neither. Me too.
Okay.
Scraping
There's
the bottom of the barrel. Look at my nails.
Oh,
There's a lot
tough.
of crud down there.
yeah.
But if we didn't scrape the bottom of the barrel, then we wouldn't be talking about this.
Right. And I'm just, I just
It's
feel
not
like
like
she
we're
thinks
talking
she's
about-
so self-important.
We're not talking about, National Geographic things or the history of the Civil War. We're talking about Real Housewives of Miami.
Right. So when we get back to the hotel, Julia and Marisol are like, hey, monkey, can we come talk to you alone? She's like, okay, sure. And they're like, so listen, we were thinking about it and, we're going to Maria, or I don't know where are they going? Marbella. We're going to Marbella. And it's really important. Julia is really excited to ask these guys to be the godfathers of the kids that she babysits from time to time. and it's really important. And Lisa's like, oh my God, that's so exciting. Like, let me guess, you guys want to make sure I'm going to be on my best behavior. Don't worry.
I felt so
I
bad
am.
for her, right?
And they're like, good, monkey, we're happy to hear that. We're so happy to hear that. But we were thinking, what if when we get on the plane, you put your phone in a basket and you don't touch it the entire time. And then when we get to the house, you put your phone in a basket and you're not allowed to touch it one single time. She's like, I have fucking kids. Like,
I can't
no.
do that.
Like,
I have fucking kids and I'm in the middle of a divorce.
Because now it's gotten out that she takes notes on what Larsa does. And everyone's like, oh my God, I'm like, there's cameras everywhere. What are you worried about her taking
First of
notes
all,
for?
There's cameras everywhere. She's taking notes, but also what she said about her lawyer telling her to take notes constantly, that is every lawyer's advice. Document everything.
Everything.
And so it's just become force of habit, and she's afraid that she's going to forget, and she's going to so I'm a note taker. I take them in my head, and then I transfer them after. I don't do it at the moment, but I take notes about everything. What bothered me was that she explained that she can't do that because she has small children, and then baby Elsa says, I know, but no, she didn't say I know. She says, yeah, you just have to put it in the basket when you get there, and then in the basket when you get to the house. Says, which part of I have small children and can't be away from my phone? She just kept repeating the same thing. It's like the script writer told her what to say, and then she could not deviate from that based on the answer. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if they tell you I can't, she's like, so yeah, you put it in the basket, but I just said I can't. Like, you have to adjust.
And they act like she was being unreasonable. I'm like, guys, she has children that are very far away in a completely different time zone right now. Her husband's a piece of shit. You know, like, more than likely, I guarantee you that she gets calls all the time from like nannies, housekeeper, whoever, and are like, hey, the kids went to school and they realize they don't have their shots and Lenny won't sign off.
Right.
I mean, I don't know, stupid shit like that. All day, every day.
If you have a business or you have children, obviously more important, but if you can't be away from your phone like that. You don't have to be on it the whole time.
That's reality court. It's all. I mean, hang on.
We
I need
have
to
to
take
have
this
our
call.
phone.
Sirius XM is calling.
Yeah, again.
Hello. Yep.
Tell
We're
him to call the
recording
lawyer.
right now.
Tell him
Please,
to call the
Sirius.
attorney.
Call our attorney.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye. Oh God, they just want us
I
so
just got
bad.
a call from Alex Cooper too, because you know what it is that
They're trying to seal the deal.
Well, they're trying to seal the deal because they're dumping Howard Stern.
Right.
You know, and so
They've got all this
I
free
know
money
that they
now.
have that spot, and but now they want to pay us shit because they're trying to save money, and it's like, okay, we don't expect Howard Stern money, but something.
$100 million is not enough for this.
No, it's not. Anyway,
No.
you know what? Let's not jinx it. Let's not keep talking.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Anyways, Hurrdat could never.
Never. They don't even have a retreat.
Oh my God. So Lisa's like, okay, then you know what? I won't fucking go. I'm not going to fucking go on this trip. Fuck all of you. I'm leaving. And then as she's walking away, Julia's like, we were going to suggest maybe you go to the spa. That's the consolation. Is like, we're going to go on this trip to Marbella or wherever. What is it called again?
Marbella.
We're going to Marbella. And we think maybe you could go get a massage for an hour.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
It's crazy. But it was funny because she wasn't going and then she decided to go. And boy, did you see her? She looked like
fucking incredible.
Oh my, she's walking in that dress.
When they showed her walking up to the restaurant,
right?
I was like, damn, does she look good?
Yeah. Oh,
this is like her revenge outfit right now.
Yeah. Right.
She looks fucking incredible.
Insane. I've never.
So all the women are down in the lobby and they're like, hey, we're going to dinner. Has anyone seen Lisa? And they're like, no. So she calls and she's like, hey, go without me. I'm running 5 minutes behind. Later on, Larsa says she's 2 hours late, but the show came clean and said she was only an hour late. Which, what's an hour?
What's an hour? Exactly. And here's the thing. How does that affect anybody? She's not making anybody wait in the car. You're at the place having dinner. You're not waiting to order for her. You're not waiting to have drinks for her. Who cares?
Right.
Who cares?
Yeah. I mean, in the real world, I would care, but we know we're filming a show here.
I don't know. I just think that if you have a friend and that happens to be one of their little idiosyncrasies and it doesn't affect you directly, just
here's the problem, I think, is when she says 5 minutes, I'm waiting then. It's like, oh, you're only 5 minutes? Don't worry, I'll wait. Or we'll wait to order.
You don't have to wait. She said,
I know,
don't
but she
wait
said, don't wait. I'm running 5 minutes behind.
Right.
Okay, well, 5 minutes, we can wait, Yeah. We can wait to order, but they didn't, so it is what it is. Oh, all right. It's time to go to dinner. And it's time for you and I to have a discussion on what is appropriate and what is not
I'm
appropriate.
intimidated by the glasses. I'm going to be honest.
Good. I hope that you realize that I will absolutely murder you in these glasses.
All right.
My fucking eyebrows really outing me, though. I was looking like a fucking pig. So we're at dinner. And everyone's tense. Nobody's happy about the situation. Lisa shows up an hour late, and Larsa's, of course, pissed about it. And they start talking or whatever. And Lisa is literally in this place where she's like, listen, I want to let all of this go. Like, I just want to move forward. Like, Lisa's coming in and she's being positive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, she was.
And all of that is going well. And then it comes up like out of left field. They're like, hey, just want you to know, Adriana told her about you unfollowing Marcus, despite the fact we made a pact that we would not. It didn't come out.
It was Kiki, who's such a freaking kiss ass and a freaking tattletale that wanted to cause problems. The day I met her, she did that as well. Something she knew nothing about. It was like, whatever. First she said, we agreed you weren't going to say anything. And then she specifically brought it on up again to cause problems.
I object. Habeas corpus, hearsay.
Okay.
I won't allow it.
Okay.
Or I will allow it. I don't
Okay,
know
so somebody being Kiki opened her big mouth, and then what happened?
So then Adriana is like, fuck you, bitch. Like, why? I didn't say it like that. I didn't say it like that. Like, that's what I did. So her and Kiki are going back and forth for a bit. And then Adriana says, stop being Ratchet.
Okay. Don't you think she took that? First of all, we've discussed this. You see her over and over again do the same thing, thinking in Portuguese. That didn't make sense, just like it didn't make sense. I'm old, I'm going to go babysit. None of that made sense. But this is when people try to make a huge deal out of something. You know, you can call her a bitch, but you can't call her Ratchet. Why? Does she have a hang-up about being Ratchet? What does Ratchet mean? Low rent?
No, here's the thing. She can't call her Ratchet.
Why?
Because, like, it's like if she were to call her ghetto.
Oh,
that's not
is that
like
what that means?
Adriana. Yeah, like Adriana can't be saying that.
Well, if that's what that means.
If Gertie came and said, "Hey, you're being like Ratchet to Kiki," I think that's probably going to be a very different way than coming from someone like Adriana saying to Kiki, "You're Ratchet."
I didn't think of it that way, Ace.
Thank you.
I honestly didn't.
Case
think of
closed.
It that way. Okay. In that regard, yes, I didn't see it that way. I didn't think it was that big a deal. I thought it was just like an insult, like any other. I didn't know it meant ghetto.
No, it's like you're being the angry black woman.
No, to me, Ratchet is the opposite of bougie, isn't it? My kids have called me Ratchet.
Well,
but a long time ago,
sure.
By the way, nobody uses that word anymore.
Yeah, no, it's shocking that Adriana even brought up Ratchet, but no, I don't think that it was appropriate for Adriana to say.
Okay.
And then for Adriana to act as though because Kiki says you're old, that is so much worse than her calling her Ratchet. Nope. I'm sorry. And she's like, that's ageist. It's like, good, Adriana, we are fucking ageist. We're done with this shit.
Why is that okay?
Because old people suck. Listen, I am absolutely ageist, and I claim that left, right, and center.
Yeah, I will acknowledge that if that's what Ratchet means, and you know better than me, that is totally unacceptable. I will give her a little grace because I really think that she doesn't know half the shit she says because she has too many languages floating around in her head. Not
because what? She's old. Because she's old, and she's like,
excuse.
"Oh, and then it's like, okay, well, then your defense is that you're old, and that's why you don't know what people are saying."
If that came up at the reunion, I guarantee she apologized for it because
she
did not intend it that way. I can tell you just from knowing her, that's not where her heart is. That's not who she is. So, okay.
But instead of listening, she jumped on the defense. She starts attacking, and she's like. After a while, everyone's moved on, and she's like, I'm going to go babysit Kiki's kids for her.
Right. Which also didn't make sense.
No.
None of it
And she was
made sense.
absolutely wrong in this situation. I fully back Kiki 1,000%.
Okay.
And I think that Kiki was right to freak out about that. I don't even think she freaked out as much as she could have.
No, my problem
I don't
want to
be called Ratchet.
Creating issues. She loves to create, the tattletaling and stuff, but I do think Adriana owes her an apology.
Then why didn't she say you're being messy?
I think she wanted to use sometimes old people.
She could say you're being messy, you're stirring the pot, you're being a shit stirrer. There's a lot of other words she could have said.
That's the word that
Ratchet.
came into her head. Yes, it's wrong. I agree. That's wrong.
Thank you. And I think Kiki's reaction was very within the realm of what it should have been.
Okay, so what is the funniest part of that whole scene? These girls use all the wrong words.
Oh.
That was hilarious.
I'm sorry, but there's a certain point where, okay, I'm sorry, Adriana is very smart. We saw it. We saw that she's smart. She knows all this shit. And then she wants to come in and be like, you know, if the excuse is, I didn't know what that meant.
Well, did
then
she
don't
say that?
say
I don't
it.
think she said that.
No, I'm saying, but you're saying that on her behalf. And I think
I just
it's not
had
okay.
a talk with her not long ago before the reunion, and I said, don't pull any shit like Marisol letter to the liver. It does not translate. It really, really just never lands. I said, and then I asked her what language she thought in, and she told me Portuguese. I said, well, that's funny in Portuguese, not in English. But, you know, they had already filmed this, but I do feel like
You're making excuses.
No, she doesn't really know what that means. I think she was trying to use what she thought was a cool word. I do that sometimes with my kids. It's like, you don't even know what that means. Shut up.
Here's the thing. We have gone on long enough allowing our grandparents to be like, oh, well, listen, I know grandpa says some racist stuff, but he's old.
No,
it's like,
I'm not okay with that. No, I'm not okay with that. Okay.
I hate old people getting an excuse all the time because it's like, oh, they don't know better.
Oh my God.
Well, I'm sorry.
We fight
but like,
with people all the time.
I shit my pants and nobody's ever like, oh, he doesn't know better.
Right.
It's like, no, that's disgusting. But have I shit my pants as an adult? Yes. It's disgusting.
I 100% agree with that. And we talked about it, you know, with regards to Gertie and how, you know, the way that she was treated is clear that we don't see things through the right lens. You need to consider who is at the receiving end of certain things and who's the one saying things. And so I know that we need to be more careful. I'm not trying to give her an excuse. I would not doubt if we'll see a scene where she apologizes for that, because I don't think she knew what she meant, but I agree. I still don't like Kiki. She gets very aggressive. She gets very aggressive with everything.
No.
I think they're both at fault. I think
you're wrong. You're absolutely wrong.
Okay.
I think that she was, and I'll also say this: reading our comments and some of the people who are like, "Oh, Kiki's disgusting. She's a sugar baby. She's a whore. She's a prostitute." Like, you're wrong. Don't ever say that about her again. Don't ever say that about her again. Kiki has come from a third world country. I'll get on my fucking high horse if you make those eyes again.
Because you come from a third world country doesn't give you an excuse to do and say whatever you want whenever you want.
She doesn't, but she came from, I'm saying how people are saying she's a prostitute and stuff. She came from a third world country. She came to this country. She worked as a model. She is raising her children by herself. Give this woman fucking credit where credit is due.
Right. No, I agree with that.
That's what I want.
I don't think that she's that. I just do think my problem with her is her just persona on the show and just gratuitously saying dick and penis and this and that and the vibrator and like all that stuff, because, you know, we don't talk like that here.
Okay, Vicky Gunvalson and Ramona Singer. It's a double standard. You talk about butt stuff on here, and then you're like, Kiki can't talk about this.
That was the joke. That was the joke.
Listen.
She rubs
I need
me
you
the
to issue an
wrong way.
apology.
It may be unreasonable. I cannot change the fact that I have no interest in her. Zero.
I need you to issue an apology right now.
I'm not going to issue an apology. I do recognize.
You issue an apology because right here in your notes, you wrote some terrible stuff, and I need you to issue an apology right now.
What did I write?
Issue the apology.
You read it.
Oh, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. You issue your apology now.
I apologize that
Thank you.
Adriana said something that was inappropriate, even though I don't think this is like the apologies that aren't really apologies that people hate.
Right. Yeah. All right. Well, I'll take what I can get.
Yeah.
Court is officially adjourned, guys. I'm right. You lost. Now, in the mix of all of this happening, Alexia brings up, she's like, do you guys know that I was engaged to the owner of Pepsi's grandson or something?
She was 17.
I was like, what? Where? And also, where did this come from? How did this come up? It was so random.
Listen, I know you don't know who this is, but there's a Spanish Mexican singer named Luis Miguel who does all the ballads and stuff, and she claims that he was in love with her, that she met him at a hotel in LA, and that they had like a thing. And then she and I have a mutual friend, somebody that I'm not really friends with anymore, Loretta, that says she made all that up. She makes that shit up. Like, she's really close to her, and she goes, oh my God, yeah. She's like, back when we were friends, she would tell me that she made all that shit up. So this is also, it's like a self-importance thing, you know? Do you really think that if she was with the son or the grandson of the owner of Pepsi Cola in Spain, she would have let that go? She would have been like a dog with a...
True. That is so true.
no
She would not
way.
have, like, this is the first time we're hearing about that.
I'm
no
going to
way.
leave you and go, you know, with the kind of second-rate drug dealer in Miami instead. It's like, yeah, I don't think so.
Now, I about lost my shit. Now, Stephanie and her leaving, I don't get what the deal is. I always hate when these women are like, we are embarrassing ourselves right now. I'm like,
nobody does that here. Okay.
You didn't think it was weird when you were sitting here with the fucking cameras and lights and all that stuff? Like, everyone knew what they were getting into by sitting around you.
The point is that those things happen everywhere. You know what I mean?
And I'm grateful if I'm in that room that you guys are fighting.
Right.
That's like, that's why I make a wish,
that whole
honestly.
concept that, oh, this doesn't happen here. I'm so embarrassed that we're Americans. It's like, you're barely American and you barely speak English. So, like, like, relax. But, like, here, for example, everybody's in these country clubs. There, you cannot wear jeans. You have to have a certain, depending where you go you have to wear a certain thing. You can't have tattoos. You can't have any of those things. It's like, and people there have fights about like whether or not you can wear a crop top. I'm telling you, every place in the world, no matter how upscale you think it is or how everybody acts like a savage when the opportunity presents itself. Self-control is not that common among humans anymore.
I always hate that people bring up jeans as though they're a comfortable option. Like, if I'm getting dressed up, I have to put on a pair of jeans. Like, a jean is not comfortable. I don't want to wear a jean.
Me neither. Do you wear leggings too all day?
All day. All day I'm in my leggings.
What did you think of your picture in the Spanish dancer thing? Didn't I make you super sexy?
Why did you make me so fucking old?
I don't know.
My question.
It was like one of those things.
It was AI.
Yeah.
I understand, but you should have written back and said, "Excuse me, he is very youthful."
I know, and I don't know why it gave you blue eyes. Did you notice that?
Well, my dad has blue eyes.
Understand.
I got every bad feature from my dad. Like, I've got the hairline, I've got the long torso, short legs, I've got the belly. Like, I got every one of my dad's bad traits except for his blue eyes. Thanks so much.
But Louis got him.
That's true. Yes.
Look at Beva and her husband. They don't, whatever. And then Lola came out with, and then Gati's husband. Gati is the whitest, both of them. They're basically albinos. And their son didn't get light eyes and has darker hair. He's so white. But, like, you never know. My dad had the most insane blue eyes in the world. My brother and I have it. My girls didn't get it.
Well, we always say, so Louie's named after Grandma Sue, so her middle name's Sue, and we say that she's named after Caitlin's Grandma Sue, and she had the craziest blue eyes ever. And so we always, I do everything I can to put onto her that, like, she is Grandma Sue reincarnated.
Oh,
so
nice.
that's where I think she got the blue eyes.
Okay.
Yes. Now, I about lost my shit when we're at this dinner and Stephanie gets up to leave and she's like, "You all are disgusting. I am leaving." And Adriana is right behind her like, "You're right. Let's go." And she's like, looks at Adriana.
I'm not going with you.
No, you're not going with me. Like, I'm leaving because of you. You're not coming with me. I thought that was
really funny.
That was the funniest fucking moment. I genuinely laughed out loud.
I gotta say that I
moment.
hadn't seen Stephanie lose it at all.
No.
And I think that she's had it up to here with that. I think, when you see her, and I know people think things are fake, but when you see her on her social media, and again, I've followed her before all this, she has such a great fucking time when she's traveling. I mean, I know it, whatever, but you could tell that they're having fun. It's not like fake. And there's none of all this conflict. Like, she's probably sitting there going, I don't need this shit. Like, I don't need it. She was done.
I don't understand that, though. No one was fighting with her. I would be in heaven.
No, I think she was holding it for so long. Just the lack of decorum in those places, and she was probably embarrassed because
You signed up for Real Housewives of Beverly Hills or Real Housewives of Miami. You know, like it's Real Housewives. We're not just. Come on.
I think that
What'd you
she
expect?
has maintained her self-control very much throughout the season, and I think she had a moment of like enough, and maybe it was because, you know, which we didn't discuss it last time, that her husband had called her and said, I want you to be back here tomorrow, you know? So let's just say she has her own pressures. I'm sure we all do.
Okay.
So not defending her, but I'll take her over Kiki any day of the week.
I would take Kiki over this entire cast.
No, well, it was going to be
Do
a
the
very
Real
boring show.
Housewives of
Oh,
Kiki,
God.
and I would watch it.
You know, our
I'd watch
former co-host and friend
yeah.
said to me once that Kiki is the absolute most boring guest he has ever had. And he kept postponing putting on the episode because she was so fucking boring.
Because he probably didn't know shit. He didn't know how to interview her. He didn't know how to have a conversation with her. I guarantee you, Kiki, if you're listening, come on the
One-on-one with
show.
you.
I'll kick Anna's ass off.
One-on-one.
Me and you, we talk, we Kiki, we have fun, and everyone will say like, God, she's amazing.
Okay.
She's a star.
I'm going to ask Andy
Why
to
is
put
she
you
not
as
center mojito?
as a bartender when Kiki's on.
Oh, I my wife already knows. Like I would cheat on her in a minute,
Well, I don't think Kiki.
and she would be fine with that. She's fine. No, she wouldn't.
That's why.
Do you
she's
think that maybe
okay
she'd
with
let?
it. That's why.
Do you think she would flash me?
She flashes everybody.
Okay, so as long as I can get that, you know.
Okay, good.
I don't need HR called on me, but I might have my hand on my pants or in my pockets.
I gross.
I'm just saying.
Days.
I know.
I just got a mental
gross.
picture of that.
Of my boner
Just of you, like, in front of like some
masturbating.
Yeah, ugh.
Oh,
Stop me!
yikes.
Stop!
It's
Stop!
not
Stop! Stop!
It's not a good look.
Stop.
It's not a
You
good
probably
look.
make
Oh
such a
God.
weird chipmunk face when you're about to, finish. Oh my god, that's exactly how I envisioned it.
No,
Yes!
I am a good. I'm a
stop,
good
stop,
lover. You. I love myself well. All right.
I'm a good lover to myself. That's what I say.
Yes.
The feedback
Listen.
is 100% positive from myself.
Nobody can make me come as easy as I can. All right. Not so much about that.
All right, can we go to the scene where she's handing everyone releases and going, you're invited, and you get an invite, and
Yes.
you get an invite.
And now let's sit down and draw the plane out.
Can I tell you
so
what I would have
everyone can
done?
see that I have a plane?
At that moment, like
Mm-hmm.
without hesitation at all, because, you can imagine what you would do at that moment. I would have turned the paper into a paper plane. And I would have told her, shove it up your ass. I don't want to go on your
Can I ask you a genuine question? Off of the top of your head, like say she hands you that paper, can you make a paper airplane? I can't.
And I can make a little boat, too.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
I'm gonna
No.
make it while
I
you're
wish
talking.
that I could do origami. Like, oh, okay, that's going to be very obnoxious to everybody.
gonna
But
do it.
I can't make a paper airplane. I've never, successfully made one. In elementary school, it was like someone would make it for me and then I would throw it. Like, me and origami just
Is
don't
that what
work.
this is,
It's not how
origami?
I think it's like very basic origami.
Yeah, when you're-
But you don't cut it. You're folding paper and you don't cut it. That's origami,
Oh, yeah.
baby.
When your grandparents come from Cuba and you're staying with them because your mother's working and, you have that many
Yeah.
toys, you do this stuff. See? This is going to be a boat.
Wow, I'm very
Are
impressed
you?
by this. Yeah, I could never
Dang.
in a million years. Whoa. Wow, guys, she is making this happen.
It's happening.
On her printed notes
Yeah.
from the Ditto machine.
Okay.
Goodness gracious.
This is
Okay,
going to
let's see it.
be Donald Patton's waspy sailboat.
Oh my God, that would totally float.
Yes, it floats.
That's so impressive right now.
Are you impressed?
Wow. It could also be a little hat.
Yeah. This is the SS
You could-
Reality Court.
Wow, Anna, I'm so impressed by you.
Yeah, I've got skills.
No, I can't do any of that shit. I spent a lot of time at my grandparents' house too, but I was watching Lifetime Movie Network.
Wow. I would watch Sábado
Yeah.
Gigante.
What's that?
$1,000 en
Like
efectivo. It was like a Cuban
Is that
variety
like a
show.
Spanish
Yeah,
soap
no, it's
opera?
like a variety show.
Oh,
And then they would do like
Gotcha,
little
okay.
commercials of like, todos vamos a usar Tide, like the, like the Tide,
yeah.
you know, like whatever, or Palmolive, Palmolive. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Now that all went over my head completely. I'm very stupid. But no, I spend so much time watching Lifetime Movie Network. You know, I was watching
Danielle
the
Steele
movies about
miniseries.
the girls who had like the eating disorders, and then they were the girl who was being stalked, and the girl who went
So
to
it prepared you
college,
for
and
your
then
career now.
yes.
So
Yeah.
what would you have
spent a
done?
lot
Like
of
I
time.
really, what I was saying earlier, which was not, you know, before its time, was that I actually thought Marisol did something very dignified in saying, you know what, this doesn't feel right. Like basically, there is some shit I will not eat. Like I don't need this of, you know, for a 22-hour flight, having to sequester people.
22 minutes.
22-minute flight, having to put somebody in solitary confinement, and then she's like, I'm just worried with her zippers that she'll ruin my seats. You know, take your cross
Here's the thing:
collateralized
if you can
plane.
afford a plane, you can afford to have the
Right,
seat
well,
fixed.
Therein lies the question, right? Take your cross collateralized plane and your releases and your things and your seating arrangement and shove it up your ass. Period.
Spread those cheeks, baby.
No, I just honestly, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's not.
I just felt like I was imagining, you know, when you see those like Southwest flights where they had to like duct tape the person to their seat.
Right.
Like I'm imagining Adriana and Lisa both just like taped up to their seat, can't move, can't do anything until they land over there. As if like, I'm like, I don't think that they're going to be like 9/11 terrorists on
Right.
your jet,
Of course not.
you know? It's like the energy in your plane. Like, okay, then have someone come and sage it afterwards. Like, this is just so incredibly stupid. And I'm just like, how else do you get to Marbella? What do you have to do? Take a train?
Practice.
Boat?
Practice. Never mind.
What's that? Oh,
Have you ever heard how to get to Carnegie Hall?
no.
There are so many generations between us.
So many. It's okay.
The question is, how do you get to Carnegie Hall? And the answer is practice. So I tried to make a funny by saying, how do you get to Marbella? And I said, practice, but it went over your head because you're 12 and I'm 184.
Right. I'm not even going to let you know the other part of that because I'm sure people in the comments like, he's so uncultured. He's so stupid.
No, I mean,
But I have no idea what the fuck Carnegie Hall is. I've heard it before, but I don't know like what happens there.
okay. It's orgies. Musicians
Then
have
you know what? I'm going to
orgies.
start practicing. I'm going to start practicing.
Oh my God.
Listen, I feel like the whole plane situation, it just feels like there's too much pressure. I don't even want to be on the
No,
plane
I don't
at
want
this
to be on
point.
the plane either. By the way, I have wet hair today.
I mean, unless the plane comes with like those little things like a pocket pussy that's electronic and it does like for you, like maybe. But other than that, I'm not interested. I don't want to be on this plane. I don't want to go to Marbella. I don't want to see Julia's ask these people to be grandkids of the Babysitters Club kids that she's watching.
I agree. Me neither. I will tell you, they do show the preview for next week. And,
Yes.
Larsa's ass is jumping up and down, dancing. And I feel like, isn't that dangerous? Doesn't that in itself cause turbulence?
Yeah. I mean, it's brutal. It's tough. Like, I'm like, that thing is going to, I mean, we're worried about Adriana and Lisa. I'm like, that thing is what's going to take us down.
Yeah. I mean,
Like,
I couldn't tell
damn.
in the preview who was on the plane. Could you? Because you couldn't see
No,
anything.
they purposely cut it so that we couldn't see.
And she blocked everything.
And we couldn't.
The
what do you mean?
ass blocked our
Oh, yes. That all we saw was that ass. 100%. So, listen, I'm so glad that we could come to the resolution of the fact that you were wrong, Adriana was wrong, Kiki was in the right. I'm glad that we can all agree that Larsa sucks, Lisa's on top, and that Alexia was never once engaged to anyone. Maybe here's the thing. Maybe he worked at PepsiCo.
Right. He delivered the bottle.
Like he was like, I'm a truck driver at PepsiCo. I bring the Pepsi there. I bring the Pepsi here.
And I am from a long line of
Pepsi's
I'm a
Pepsi.
long line of drivers from Pepsi, and my father was a driver, and my grandfather was a driver, and maybe she misunderstood it.
Pepsi?
Yeah,
no, I really do. I really do like Pepsi.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you ever seen the Britney Spears Pepsi interview where she says Pepsi? They're like, what kind of Pepsi do you like? Pepsi. Pepsi's Pepsi. And they're like, no, like Diet Pepsi, regular. Oh no, regular Pepsi. I like regular Pepsi. It's my fucking Trojan horse. I think about it all the time. I love it so much. Yeah, I'm so grateful for that interview, and I bring it up quite a bit. So I'm glad that you have seen that.
I have seen that.
Yes. Good. All right. Listen, guys, thank you so much for joining us at Reality Court and our recap of Real Housewives of Miami. We're so glad you're here. Unless you're bitch, then we're not glad you're here. And we don't know why you're here. And we don't know why you keep commenting week after week that you fucking hate us, but why you keep coming back.
Look, it's true that you watch most of the YouTube stuff, and I forget, but I don't see a lot of negativity. People seem to really, they have such nice things to say about the show.
I know, but my problem is I fixate.
Oh, okay.
I fixate on it, and then it's all I can think about. And then I click on their profile, and it shows me all their comments. And this one person's comments are like every week is just like, Ace sucks. Ace is stupid. Ace. I'm like, then stop listening. I'm gonna be here, bitch.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna be here.
You don't know where that's coming from, who the source of that is. Somebody that dislikes you, somebody that's mad that your podcast, Sister Wives podcast, does better than theirs, or it could be anybody. By the way, more Sister Wives soon. You guys, if you don't watch Sister Wives, you are missing
September
out.
28th. Here we go again. Like, give us a fucking break. My wife is having a child in the month of September. And do you know what we have to do? We have Christine's book coming out, which we have to do a fucking book club on. We've got, what's what the fuck is the show called that Cody's going to be on?
Oh, Special Forces.
Special Forces.
But Ace, you know what?
We've got Sister Wives coming back, and we have Seeking Sister Wife coming back.
Okay, well, everybody knows that Caitlin's having a baby. That's your third child. Find people to help you co-host for a few weeks. I assume that you're not going to be, as available because you have that, and I will get, look, Ryan Bailey told me that he wants us to go on and he wants to come on, but I will probably get him to co-host one day, or Richie or Nate or whatever, because people understand that. So
I know, but it's like, that's our fucking, look behind me. See those motherfuckers? That's the Sister Wives. Like, that's my bread and butter. I have to be there.
You have to be there.
It'd be like if Simone Biles was like, hey, sorry, I can't come to the Olympics. That doesn't work. This is my Olympics, and I am Simone Biles.
Really, Ace?
Yeah. So, anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Leave us a 5-star review on Apple, Spotify. If you're on YouTube, give us a like, subscribe, do all the shit that you're supposed to do. Love us. Only shower us in compliments. Only agree with us. Unless you agree with Anna about Kiki, then you're wrong. So agree with me. Then we're good to go. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Anna. Thank you, Hurrdat. Thank you, Pat. And as always, thank you, Beyonce.
And thank you, Ace.
Thank you.
I'm going to thank you, because nobody ever thanks you.
Thank you.
And
thank
you are, you are the little motor that keeps this private jet flying.
Thank you. Thank you. Please sign your release now.
I'm going to sign my release and shove it up your ass. All right, guys.
Court is officially adjourned.
Bye.
Goodbye.
See you Tuesday.